Hey, what do you want to do for lunch today?
Yeah, I know a place in Big Bear.
Big Bear?
I've got the keys to 2 vehicles right here.
Electric cars to Big Bear.
So, we're setting off in a pair of electric vehicles to get lunch. 90 miles away.
Turn right onto Technology Drive.
That means 90 miles there and 90 miles back. And part of that is uphill because we're heading to Big Bear. So we'll see how we do. It says I have 275 miles of range right now, which is plenty, but it'll be interesting to see how the hills and the grades degrade my range. Let's go. So I think a good cruising speed, since we're gonna be on mostly highways until we get into the mountains, is probably a nice comfortable 70 miles per hour. That's 5 over the limit, which I have no problem admitting that I'm doing because this is California and everybody else is doing 10 to 15 over. I will blend in with traffic in a Tesla Model 3, only going 5 over.
Jeff!
What?
Are we there yet?
No, 27 more miles of windy road.
Okay, what about now?
No, we're still not there yet. If I really wanted to be a jerk, I could just go flat out in the fastest mode and give Josh as little range as possible because he has to drive this one home after lunch. And this one is going to be the more entertaining drive of the two. But I'm not gonna do that. Passing lanes means full send. Full send achieved.
In 500 feet, your destination will be on the left.
We reached our lunch spot in Big Bear with plenty of range remaining on each vehicle. We filled up our bellies and then we set off down the hill back to Irvine.
All right, we're just leaving lunch. I've got 132 miles of charge range left. I've hopped into the Hyundai Kona Electric and my route says, that's cool, you didn't even look. How about that? My route says it's gonna take me 95 miles, but that is not quite correct because we're going a slightly different way. We've been tasked with taking the back way, the 38, the fun curvy road, around and on and in. Three, 2, 1, go. Oh, well, that sucks.
This car is not quite as fast.
That was way too far for lunch.
Yeah, but both cars did well, right?
Yeah, they both whipped.
Yeah, they both were pretty fun. The Hyundai was nice because it was just a Hyundai that happened to be electric. The Tesla was kind of a novelty because I hadn't driven a Model 3 yet. I liked them both.
So the Tesla was way more fun to drive, but the Hyundai was way more efficient.
If you had to do it again,
No.
if you had to do it again and you had to choose between those two, which one would you take?
Not going to do it again.
If you had to do the job
No.
again and you had to choose between those two, which would you take for the whole journey?
Probably the Hyundai. My head didn't get sunburned in that one.
That's perfect, because I would take the Tesla. The Hyundai was more efficient on the highway, which was frankly surprising, but it was more efficient at both stops. It had more range when we got to each one. The Tesla was more entertaining to drive. I really liked it in the curvy roads. 18 and 38 in California can make for some fun driving, and the Model 3 was surprisingly engaging in that respect. So of the two, I would take the Model 3. But yeah, I agree. Let's never do that again.
One of the surprising scourges of any electric vehicle is blinker noise. When you don't have the radio on and you're just sitting here signaling, it's like the modern version of water torture or waterboarding, just ticking away. So I'm going to turn that off. It's interesting to drive a Tesla and experience a momentary bit of the odd hate that some other drivers have towards a vehicle like this. Now, I am a V8 loving, I love V8s, I love combustion engines, I like burnouts and doing silly things in cars, but I also know that electric vehicles are the future, and electric vehicles can be tons of fun as well, even for us automotive enthusiasts. I just had a guy in a brand new Chevy Silverado cut me off for zero reason. He had Arizona plates that said El Havasu, because of course that's what this person has on their truck. Cut me off and continue on their way. Why? Man, that's stupid. It's frustrating, but it's also hilarious because, you know, some people have micro penises and that's how they deal with them, I guess. I don't get the hate towards electric vehicles. I think they're a fantastic option, and they, like I said, they are the wave of the future. I will be sad when combustion engines go away, and we are a very long way away from that, but there are still fun things to be had out there, especially for Mr. Tiny Squeeze and his truck-loving lifestyle, which I guarantee he doesn't use properly. Maybe he tows a boat, maybe not, but for him, he could look at a Rivian or even a future Tesla pickup truck. So even for that jerk, there'll be an electric option in the future.